The Self-Made Life podcast is a podcast for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. I'm here to inspire small, local, and creative businesses along their journey to success. I'll share behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to run and scale a business, branding tips, and I'll also be chatting with other entrepreneurs to share their stories and what it's like to be self-made. Welcome back to the Self-Made Life podcast. My name is Ashley Wyatt from Monarch Design Co. And I am so excited to share that we are now on season 4. So if you are new around here, I actually started this podcast back in, I think it was 2018, 2019, with two of my friends who are also business owners. So Megan from Megan Bouchard Photography and Sydney from This and That Design Co. And, you know, through the years, the pandemic happened, life happened, things kind of, you know, got thrown upside down for a lot of us. And I just knew within my heart that I really wanted to restart this. And I decided to embark on this solo journey. And it's been going well. It's definitely been an adjustment. I'm definitely not one to be the more outspoken one, but I do have a lot to share, and I'm really, glad I'm able to bring that value here. So in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about what would you do if you had more time? Now, a lot of us are kind of like on the hamster wheel, kind of like, always feeling like there's never enough time and feeling like we can't take a break or jump off that treadmill. And I'm here to tell you that you definitely can. And it's taken me a while to do that, but I'm going to share a few of my tips. So I want you to ask yourselves, what would you do with more time? So how would you free up your time? What would be kind of like the first thing that you would do? I really want you to think about this. And I want you to keep in mind that it's really okay and important to put yourself as a priority too. So for example, the way I kind of like schedule my days is I set the first bit of my day, like before I even, sit down at my desk, to myself. So I take about an hour, sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes an hour and a half to myself. And during that time, I have my morning routine. So it kind of changes from time to time. Right now, it is like spring, so the weather is getting nicer. So I'm really starting my day with a nice walk. It doesn't have to be a long walk. I sometimes just, go for a quick walk around the block. I'll take a dog and I'll go for a walk around the block, maybe down to the beach, maybe just around the block quickly, rain or shine. If it's like really gross and like snowing, maybe I won't. But I'm just so glad to be walking again because this winter was really long and I just love doing that first thing in the morning for myself and for my body. And then usually I do a meditation. So this is usually like a 5 to 10, maybe 12-minute meditation on just having a great day, positive day. And then usually I do some journaling. So I actually started using this notepad that my coach gifted me, Marley, and it's really great because when I'm kind of like crushed for time, I usually like to write a lot in my journal. And this notepad kind of like forces me to be very precise in my writing. So I'll write down 5 things I'm grateful for. I'll write down some I am statements for things that I'm currently manifesting. And then I do some future self journaling. And I just find that really kind of like gets me in a good mood for the day. And while I'm doing that, I'll usually put on some like binaural beats on focus or meditation or manifestation, abundance. And it just kind of like calms my nerves right down. And then once I do sit down at my desk, I feel like refreshed. It's kind of like my version of commuting now. And I actually like was talking to my mom last night on the phone, and I was just like telling her, like, I can't believe that like just a few years ago, this is what I was really wanting and what I was really like manifesting. I really wanted to work from home. I hated the 9 to 5 rat race. I hated commuting. I'd wake up, before the sun and work in a windowless office. I was drained. I was always burnt out. I was always sick. And then I would come home, and at the time I was living in my my dad and stepmom's basement, which was also very windowless, dark, and I was sick a lot. And now fast forward, I'm in another basement, but it's a little bit different, and I'm kind of looking at things a lot differently. I work from home. The basement is on ground level. My office is in the front of the house, in this room where there's like a nice big bay window. I really take advantage of that. I am so grateful for that. And we're in a new area, so we are living with Tane's family while we kind of save up for our first home, and also figure out where we want to live, because I've been very much on the fence of if we want to stay in Barrie or if we want to move back to Hamilton. And also like in the general like Ontario area, the housing market is just psycho. Like it is nuts. So we're just kind of like taking each day as it comes, and we're just like really working hard towards our goals, saving, doing our businesses. Teen started a full-time job. So we're just kind of like putting our heads down and working away and just trusting that things will unfold and happen as they are supposed to. And, with the whole, pandemic, it kind of didn't force us to move out this way, but we were kind of guided out this way. And I'm just taking that as a reason. Like there is a reason that we were meant to come out this way. And we're just kind of like trusting that process and taking that time to really figure our shit out. So it's been a blessing to be surrounded by a loving family, and just having the space to just really hunker down and make shit happen. So that was a little bit of a tangent, but how would you free up your time? So going back to this week's kind of topic, how can you free up your time so that you can increase your revenue and take your business to the next level? This is something that is asked a lot, just kind of like figuring things out. Like as a business owner, we're wearing multiple hats, and sometimes it can feel like we have limited resources, especially, if you're doing everything on your own. So what would you do if you were able to free up your time? Would you finally take a weekend fully unplugged? This is huge, and I think I've maybe done it like once or twice, and to be honest, I really enjoyed it. It was definitely an adjustment, but I just felt like really refreshed for the week. So I definitely highly recommend, trying to just unplug, especially from like social media, and just, spending time being present with your family and your friends, and just going outside and doing things that you want to do. How many more clients would you be able to serve if you had more time? How much would you increase your revenue because of it? And would you go on a mini vacay with your family? this is like a huge topic. I am just so itching for a vacation. It's not even funny. I don't think we've gone away since, I want to say fall 2019. And we went to Disney with my in-laws. So Tane and I got married in May 2019, and we never fully went on a honeymoon. And I am definitely regretting that. But we are, planning on going one in the near future. We're just not sure if we're going to stay a little bit more local or if we're going to jet out somewhere overseas. We're not sure yet. And we have some other things kind of like that we're working on in our back pocket too. So, a vacation doesn't have to be like this whole like stretched out thing. Even just taking a weekend as like a staycation or, visiting like a neighboring city or town with your significant other or with your family could make all the difference, just to kind of like give you a fresh perspective and come back refreshed. And then if you had more time, how would you be able to serve your community, your clients, your customers better? Would you be able to take on more clients or, create more products or offer more services? What does that look like? I really recommend like journaling on this and then just really seeing where you can like fill in those gaps to kind of like make that happen. I know like this year, since bringing on a team, that my revenue has increased, and I'll be completely transparent with you. I didn't think that that was possible. But as soon as I started building a team, things got easier and easier. And I was just like, yes, take my money, because they're saving me so much time. They are working in their zone of genius. I'm able to provide more value for my clients. Like, I am not a great copywriter. Jessie on my team is such a fantastic copywriter, and I just feel so blessed to have crossed paths with her and to be able to, support her in her dreams and also provide more value to my clients for their websites, for their taglines, with my email list. It's just been incredible. So there has been some ups and downs, not so much with Jessie, but just with finding the right people, of course. It's just the nature of it. I've had to have really hard conversations with people who maybe weren't the right fit or weren't in the right position. And, in turn, that maybe, caused a little bit of turbulence. But all in all, like, hiring these people has just been so rewarding, not only for myself, for them, to be able to support them and their families in their dreams, and then to bring more value to my clients. Like, I'm just so grateful. But yeah, I have been reading this book called Traction. Write that down. I don't remember who it's by, but I have it on my Kindle app for iPad. And it's a little bit of a slower read because it's on my phone and my iPad. I've just been like blowing through like audiobooks lately. Like while I work, I'll just put it on an audiobook. I don't often, sit down to read. I am trying to get better at that. But this book is really good in helping to really get clear on building a team and making sure that you are bringing on the right people and having the right people in the right seats. So highly recommend that if you are on the verge of growing or wanting to grow. Highly recommend that book. I would say that book and E-Myth are really, really good books if you are wanting to scale and grow your business. So I have 2 questions to kind of help you to get there. So what are things that are currently filling up your schedule? So really think about that. Is it social media taking up too much time throughout the week? Like, are you batching your content? take a look at the day-to-day of running your business and make a mental list and write down all the tasks that you do in a typical week. Anything from posting on social media to sending out contracts to conducting your services. Sometimes we really don't even know how much time we're spending on these certain things, running our biz and doing the actual work that we offer. So there's one thing about like working in your business, and there's one thing working on your business. So really, think about what you can kind of like delegate and take off your plate. So just because I'm just going to use a brand designer as an example, just because you're a brand designer doesn't mean you're just creating logos all day. There's a lot of admin work and client communication that definitely does take up your time too. So taking an accurate look at where your time is spent will really help to answer this next question. Okay, I need to take a little break and just share one of our favorite tools, which is HoneyBook. So HoneyBook is our CRM system, and we really can't live without it. We have been using it for the past almost 4 years, and it's been like life-changing in our business. So from leads that kind of filter through our website form, it kind of populates into a new project for us, and seamlessly we can send proposals, we can schedule calls, we can send over invoices, contracts, brochures. And what I love most about it is it's just so easy on the client end, and we are able to get paid quickly and efficiently. And we're able to keep everything together in one easy and simple to use spot. So if you are looking for a client management system, I highly recommend HoneyBook. It has been a total game changer in our business, and I have no doubt that it'll be a total game changer for you too. So if you want to use our exclusive 50% off your first year, you can head over to our website, themonarchdesign.co/resources, and click get 50% off HoneyBook and start like utilizing your time better. This thing has literally changed our lives, and I wouldn't be sharing it if I wasn't like raving about it. So definitely give it a try. Let me know what you think. I also wanted to mention they have a setup concierge. So in I think your first like week or so, you're able to work with someone directly in HoneyBook, and they're able to set up everything for you. They're able to set up your contract, all your files, all your services, your pricing, so that literally when you go to send a proposal or invoice, it is so simple. You can also work with workflows, so you can schedule emails, you can put together workflows so that, like, let's say you are working with a wedding client and, you want to send them a questionnaire or timeline schedule for like 2 weeks before their event. You can definitely send that and put together a workflow so that you're kind of working smarter, not harder. So HoneyBook has done more than just save me time. It helps me to get paid quicker and also look really professional when working with my clients. It's easy for them to get the proposal, get the contract, sign the document, and I'm able to get paid quickly and efficiently. So check out HoneyBook and go over to our website, themonarchdesign.co/resources, and click on the link, get 50% off HoneyBook today. So from that list, what are things that you really need to do or really need to be focusing on, and what can you offload? So out of your day-to-day tasks, which ones kind of make sense for you to offload in order to free up your time and get back into your genius zone, where you can actually do your best work? So are you spending a ton of time trying to DIY your brand or your website? Are you doing too much to do like the social media stuff? Are you, stopping and going like every day of the week to try to figure out like, what am I going to post today? Or, oh, I need to post. I really recommend you batch that and plan in advance so that things are a lot easier. Even if you can't afford to bring on a social media manager, we have a free guide, and I will link that in the show notes, along with free Canva templates, by the way, to help you really batch your content, and with these really great Instagram posts prompts, not just post prompts, but like reels and carousels, so that you have some sort of structure and starting point for your social media content planning. So definitely check that out. I will link that in the show notes. But really ask yourself, what are you spending the most time trying to do? And how can you kind of like offload those things? And how can you work with the experts in those fields to help you out, and to kind of like make things a little bit easier for you? So if this is you, if this is, the small business tip that is really resonating with you, really start to figure out how you can create those efficiencies and offload those tasks that distract you from the things that matter most, which is creating your products, creating your offerings, serving your clients. Because as a business owner, we wear a lot of tasks. So really, figure out how you can delegate those things and just really stay in your zone of genius. So I want to really help you to get there, so that you can really focus on what you do best, or even if it's just like taking the time off that you've been dreaming of and that you really truly deserve. Everyone deserves to have a time off, even if it's, a weekend of unplugging, or, closing down your laptop at the end of the day at like a decent hour, like 5 or 6 o'clock. Because as an entrepreneur, I've really learned that the best things that you can do to grow your business is to free up your schedule and make space for new, and make space to attract more of what you really want to call in, which is why I've really helped you to, save some time in your business. I'm actually launching something this week, which is the template shop, which is really designed to help you to save time doing all the things. So I've created a bunch of templates where they are beautifully designed, they are high converting. I've used these designs in my own business, and I've just kind of recreated them into a template format that you can truly brand as your own. So I've added spots where you can add in your logo, your brand colors, your brand fonts, your beautiful imagery, so that it takes the guesswork out of like, oh, how am I going to create this presentation? Or how am I going to create this pricing list? Or, oh, I have to do social media planning now. Like, what am I going to do? So, or even like our website templates, which are going to be a total game changer. I've really sat down with these and designed these with intention. So if you are a service-based business or a product-based business, there is a template for you. I really wanted to get clear on that and create something that is beautiful and high converting, and something that you didn't need to learn code to create, or you had like full creative freedom in really customizing as your own. So I'm going to add a link in the show notes for this as well, if you want to take a peek. If you're listening during launch week, we have a little something special, which is an exclusive launch discount. So be sure to check that out. And if you're just, wanting to grab some freebies, definitely check out our our Instagram prompt guide and our free social media templates that are included with that. Now that link may be going away soon, so just a heads up. But I just wanted to give you a heads up in case you were able to still grab it. So I'm really wishing you all the best. I'm hoping that this episode was really helpful in, creating more space, giving yourself more time to do the things that you love, to take the time to take a break with your family and spend, time with loved ones. So let me know how it goes. Leave me a comment, send me a DM on Instagram. I would love to hear. Anyways, that's it for today. Have a great week, everyone. Bye. The number one way to achieve success on Instagram is through consistency. That means showing up with high quality, attention grabbing, valuable posts. Now, I know what you're thinking. It can be exhausting and overwhelming trying to keep up with the pace. That's why I've created 50 Instagram prompt ideas and 12 eye-catching Canva templates for you to use absolutely free. So all of the hard work is done for you. All you have to do is show up consistently, sit back, and watch your Instagram grow. Head on over to the link in my bio on Instagram and get your free templates today. Hey, before you go, I just want to express my gratitude for sticking around and being here and just listening to this podcast. I would so appreciate it if you could leave a rating and review, subscribe to the podcast, and tell your friends and family about it. Share on social media. The more and more that we get these reviews, we get these feedbacks from you, and the more you share, the more that we're able to reach like-minded listeners just like you and help to provide more value. So I would just so appreciate it if you could share away. And yeah, thanks so much for being here.